Today, I will be buying 1 billion a second brain rot. However, I will be starting with $1, and every time I get my brain rot, my budget increases. And to make this challenge harder, I cannot buy the same brain rot twice, and every time I buy a new brain rot, it must make more money than the last brain rot I bought. Let's get the first brain rot. All right, so let's go to items, steal a brain rot, go over to the price section. We're gonna go $1 to $2. All right, let's see what we can find. A Giraffa Celestite, bro, we don't want that crap. Tralalero Tralala, you can buy for $1. I do not want that either. Let's try to find something pretty rare for $1. A Job Sahor for $1. I don't think that's a terrible deal, to be honest. Let's see if we can find anything better than that. There is another Job Sahor here for 4.2 million a second, just for under $2. That is pretty good. All right, so we're gonna click on this Job Sahor, and here it is right here. It has one trait, giving it 4.2 million a second, average delivery time in 6 minutes. So we should get this pretty fast. Let's go ahead and buy it now. Okay, so you went ahead and sent me the private server link. Let's go ahead and join. All right, it looks like we're in a game with delivery_DR. Okay, wait, that is not the same Job Sahor that we got online. That is a different one, but it does do 4.2 million a second. But this one has the taco trait and the shark trait. I mean, I guess it works. I mean, technically it is 4.2 million a second.
Job Sahur.
But look, it has a little fin on its back. That looks so funny. What the heck? Anyways, we didn't get scammed. We almost did, but we didn't. Our first brain rot is here. Now that we completed the $1 brain rot, it is time to move up to $5. All right, so we're going to take the price from $5 to $6 for our next budget increase. So our last brain rot was 4.2 million a second. So all we need is just something quite a bit better than that for about $5. Let's see what we can find. There is a burrito here for 12.5 million a second. I really don't know if I want a burrito though. That brain rot kind of looks goofy. There's a pot hotspot, 13.7 million. Okay, this is the highest earning one I've seen so far. Wait a second, does that say 28.1 million? No, we gotta check this out. Yo, you could buy a pot hotspot that does 28.1 million a second for $5. Okay, that is actually crazy, but I'm gonna keep looking. There is a Isoksekila that does 30 million a second for $5. I think we're gonna go with this one right here. All right, it doesn't have any traits or anything. It's just the base version of this brain rot, but we should get it in about 4 minutes for $5. Let's hope we don't get scammed. All right, guys, so he finally sent me the private server link. Let's go ahead and join it. All right, we're joining for the $5 brain rot. We're in a game with Sobreet. He said, hello, take here. All right, is it here? Oh my gosh, here it is, the Isoksekula. I bought this for just $5. That is cheaper than just buying a secret lucky block and not even getting it. I think these are what, like $15, $20 just to buy it. I bought this for $5. Let's go. Now that we got it, we can finally move on to the next budget increase. Okay, so now that we completed $5, let's go ahead and change the price up here from $10 to $11. And let's see if we can find something more than what we just got. And I already see a Los No My Hotspotitos for 60.5 million a second for $11. Okay, let's see what else. Anything more than 60 millisecond. Does that say 144 millisecond? Okay, so this is a Los Bros that does 144 million a second for just, how much is this for just $11? Okay, there's absolutely no way this is legit. Let's go ahead and buy this for $11 and see if we get scammed. Okay, so far it has been 10 minutes and he hasn't said anything yet. So I'm gonna say, yo, are you on? Because like, yo, I just spent $10 on a brain rot and you haven't answered me yet. Am I about to get scammed? So I ended up having to get a refund because he just never answered. But I did find a Los Combinations, 105 million a second. It does have 2 traits and it does look pretty cool. This one is also $10 and it says I should get it in 5 minutes. Let's hope this time I actually get the brain rot. Okay, this guy did answer. He said you can join link. Yes, I can. All right, he sent me the private server link. Let's hope we actually get the brain rot. All right, we should be joining his server. Okay, that is the same guy, Axel WASD. All right, bro, is the brain rot here? Oh, I do see a Los Combination. Is that gonna be my brain rot? It is 105 mil a second. Why is he just staring at me over there like that? That's kind of creepy. I'm gonna go ahead and take this brain rot though. Los Combinaciones. Let's go. go. We got the $10 Brainrot, 105 millisecond. That's going to be hard to beat for the next one, but let's see if we can do it. Okay, so now we're going to change the price to $15 to $16. And we need to try to find something more than 105 million a second. There's a assist, 175 million a second. That is a possibility, so we are going to save that one. All right, let's keep looking. A gold Isok Sekula, 262.5 million a second. I really don't want another Isok Sekula though. Okay, I see 112 Legrande Kamenajion. I don't want that, but it is more than my last Brainrot. I think we're gonna go with this Lassis, 175 million a second. Here it is right here. It has one trait, Lassis Secret Brainrot, worth 2.5 billion, and average delivery time is 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and pay $15 and hope we get this Brainrot to move on to the next budget increase. Okay, he just sent me the link. This looks legit. Let's go ahead and join the lobby. Wait, we're in the game with Sobri. I'm pretty sure I bought from this guy already. So I already know this is gonna be legit, but why does the character look different? But didn't I just buy from this guy? Anyways, Lassis, 175 million per second. This is starting to become more challenging. We went from 4.2 million to 30 million to 105 million to 175 million per second. It is now time for the next Brainrot. Okay, we're now doing $30 to $31. All right, so as I was searching, there is a Chillin' Chili 325 million per second. Yo, is this legit, bro? Look how crazy this thing looks. That has 3 traits. It's on fire. It's got a hat and it's got a candy trait on it, or the bubblegum trait, I mean. That thing looks fire. Let's go ahead and buy it for $30. Let's hope this isn't a scam. All right, this guy just sent me a picture of his name and then said join. Wait, do I already have him added or something? Yo, what is his avatar, bro? All right, he must have already sent me friend request, accept connection, and then I guess we're just gonna press join. But this guy is kind of weird looking, man. What is going on? Yo, what in the world is this dude's avatar? I don't trust this guy, but look at all the brain. He probably stole all these brain rots. He probably scam people, bro. Oh, this guy's rich. I don't even know which one's mine. Oh, I guess it's this one right here. Chillin' Chili.
Chili.
Oh, dude, what if I just scammed him for the spaghetti toletti? 420 million a second. Oh, dude, that would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and lock my base so this guy doesn't steal my stuff. Well, we have successfully got the $30 brain rot. Let's go ahead and move on to $50. $30 can get us 325 million a second. Let's see what $50 is gonna get us. It low-key should be insane, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, price $50 to $51. Let's see what we can get. So we need something more than 380 million per second. That's gonna be kind of hard to find. I think we're gonna go with a Los Primos. This one says 465 million a second. This guy only has 4 reviews though, so this could be kind of sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. Here's what it looks like. It has 3 traits on it. 465 million a second, which is more than our last brain rot, which is a 380 million a second brain rot. This one is $50, so let's go ahead and get this right now. All right, this guy didn't ask me for anything. He just straight up said join me. All right, $50, bro. If I get scammed for 50 bucks, I'll never play this game ever again. Like, what? All right, I'm over at his base. He has a dragon. Holy crap. I don't see the Los Primos. Is it up here? Bicicleta 6'7". No. Oh wait, Los Primos. Wait, is this a mine? There is a Los Primos in here, but I don't know if this is mine or not. This one does 682 million a second. Bro, what? It has 5 traits on it and it's a diamond. I low-key don't think that's mine, to be honest, but he said, oh wait, I don't have it anymore. Sorry. No, bro, I'm taking this, bro. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'm not getting scammed. I'm not getting scammed. I'm taking it. I'm out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where he's at right now. I'm just taking his brain rot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Route. Okay, I'm back into my private server. Technically, I didn't scam. I did pay for the brain rot, and he was about to say that he didn't have it anymore. That's not my fault. I paid for this brain rot. I'm getting it. But 682 million a second. That's gonna be hard to beat. But I guess we're gonna have to up our budget to now $75. Hopefully that beats 682 million a second. I don't know if it's going to though. All right. So now that we got the $50 brain rot, let's go ahead and up our budget to $75. All right. So we're on $75, and I instantly see a La Secret 1.1 billion. La Secret Combination 1.1 billion a second. How is that even possible with only 2 traits? Okay, we need to make sure this isn't a scam, but this guy Kismo has 100% rating with 64 reviews. That is pretty good, and it's saying we should get this in about 3 minutes. I cannot believe I'm about to be doing this, but let's go ahead and spend $75. Something went wrong. What do you mean? All right, right, guys. Well, it looks like I did not get the 1.1 billion a second brain rot, so it looks like we're gonna have to try again. All right, let's see what else we can find. We just need something close to 700 million or over that. Oh, there's a Los Tacoritas, 880 million a second. La Secret Combinacion. I'm pretty sure that's what I was just about to buy, but it was 1.1 billion. All right, we're gonna try to buy this La Secret Combinacion. It isn't 1.1 billion, but it is 750 million a second, which is higher than our last brain rot. This one is closer to $80, but it's still close to the $75 range. Let's buy it. Oh my gosh, this guy actually responded. Hi, sir, username. So far, we actually might get this one. All right, guys, so the seller said we are currently out of stock in this item, but we can offer a better replacement if you want. Why is it so hard to get a good brain rot? Okay, so I asked, sure, what is it? I'm kind of curious on what it's gonna be. He said he's gonna give me something better, so let's go ahead and see what it is about to be. I'm still loading what is going on. All right, we finally loaded it in. We are in a game with the Butterfly 435621. Let's see what he's gonna give me. Oh wait, it's literally a La Secret Combinacion, 1.1 billion a second. That is originally what I wanted to get, and we ended up getting it anyways.
La secret combinazione.
Wait, you just trapped me in here, bro. You just trapped me in here. Let me out, bro. I gotta deliver this brain rot back to my base. What just happened? Am I about to get scammed? Wait, what's going on? Okay, they just left. Okay, that means I'm about to get the brain rot. There we go. We got a 1.1 billion a second brain rot for just $75. Oh my gosh, that is actually insane. That's the highest paying brain rot I have ever bought. So shout out to King Stocks for giving me this brain rot. Make sure to check them out on El Dorado. Now that we bought the $75 brain rot, let's move on to the last one, which is going to be $100. Let's change the price to $100. All right, let's see if we can get anything over 1.1 billion. I already see something right here. 1.2 billion. 1 billion chillin' chili. 1 billion a second Los Tacoritas. All right, so I didn't find really anything too special for $100. Let's go ahead and up our budget though to $120. All right, we upped our budget just a little bit. Let's see if we can get anything over 1 billion. I already have a 1.1 billion. I don't need that. I already have a La Secret Combinacion. I don't need that. Come on, there's gonna be something good on here. I guess 1 billion a second brain rots are pretty rare. Here's a diamond Charlotte 1 billion a second. All right, I still didn't find anything. Let's go ahead and rise the budget up a little bit more. A Galaxy Trelladon. Hold up. Okay, this one says it does 1.2 billion a second. It has 10 mutations. Okay, that is absolutely nuts. All right, guys, this looks like the cheapest 1.2 billion a second brain rot I can find, and it ended up being $160. If you guys don't subscribe right now, you're not gonna win this brain rot from my giveaway. Guys, I literally just paid $173 for a brain rot. I better not get scammed. I didn't even check this guy's reviews or anything. I'm kinda not the smartest for doing that. But now I shall wait. Okay, it is now the next morning, and as you see, this guy was asleep and he wasn't even up. So it looks like we're gonna try to get this 1.1 billion a second spooky and pumpkin. It says it is the cheapest and it's instant delivery. All right, it's $170. Let's go ahead and buy this. All right, guys, we are joining the game, and we're in a game with L66. Oh, this guy has the rainbow base. Okay, that is actually so cool. Oh, he said, what's up? Let me see, bro. My brain right here. Yo, there it is. 1.1 billion a second, spooky and pumpkin. It has 4 traits. Let's go ahead and take our last brain run over to our base. There it is, just like that. All right, guys, we have finally completed it. We have 2 1.1 billion a second brain rots. It was hard to try to find one more than that, but if you want to win these brain rots in a giveaway, make sure to join my server, link in the description, and you must be subscribed. So subscribe right now.